Hollywood is known for its fame and glamour, but many of its brightest stars faced tragic endings. Some died in accidents, others were victims of violence, and their lives were cut short in shocking ways. In this list, we will look at 30 Hollywood actors who died in some of the saddest and most surprising ways. These stories show the darker side of fame and remind us how fragile life can be. Will Rogers. Will Rogers, America's beloved humorist, started as a vaudeville performer and evolved into a silent film actor and popular newspaper columnist. Known for his wit and folksy wisdom, Rogers also had a love for aviation. While on a trip to Alaska with famed aviator Wiley Post, their Lockheed Orion Explorer tragically crashed near Point Barrow, Alaska, killing both men. The nation mourned the loss of these two pioneers, and Rogers' legacy as a humorist and advocate for progress endures. Thelma Todd. Thelma Todd was a star of early Hollywood comedies, appearing in nearly 100 films. Despite her successful career, her life ended mysteriously when she was found dead in the garage of her business partner, Roland West. Initially ruled as carbon monoxide poisoning, doubts about foul play arose due to her complicated relationships and connections to mobster Lucky Luciano. The exact circumstances surrounding her death remain unresolved, casting a shadow over her legacy in Hollywood. James Dean. James Dean's brooding charisma and talent captivated audiences in films like Rebel Without a Cause. Unfortunately, his meteoric rise was cut short when his Porsche Spyder, nicknamed Little Bastard, crashed during a race in Salinas, California. Dean died from his injuries, and the tragedy occurred just before Rebel Without a Cause was released, cementing his status as a cultural icon. Rumors of a curse on his car only fueled the mystery of his death. Ramon Novarro. Ramon Novarro, a leading silent film star, gained fame with his performance in Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. However, as the film industry shifted to talkies, his career waned, and he struggled with alcoholism. Tragically, his life ended in 1968 when two robbers, mistakenly believing he had hidden wealth, broke into his home and murdered him. Despite his violent death, Novarro's legacy in silent films remains cherished by fans. Judy Garland. Judy Garland, beloved for her roles in The Wizard of Oz and A Star is Born, struggled with immense pressure from both studio executives and her family. Despite her dazzling on-screen performances, her off-screen life was marked by substance abuse. Garland's tumultuous life ended in 1969 when she accidentally overdosed at the age of 47. Her daughter, Liza Minnelli, believed her mother was ultimately exhausted, caught in a never-ending chase for happiness. Sharon Tate. Rising Hollywood star Sharon Tate was 8 months pregnant with director Roman Polanski's child when her life was brutally taken by the Manson family. Tate, along with several others, was murdered in her Los Angeles home in a killing spree that shocked the world. Her death shattered the idyllic image of 1960s Hollywood, leaving a haunting reminder of the darkness that can exist behind fame and success. Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow, known for his roles in Combat and Blackboard Jungle, was a prominent television and film actor. His life ended tragically in a helicopter accident while filming Twilight Zone, the movie in 1982. The incident, which also claimed the lives of 2 child actors, led to significant safety reforms in the film industry, ensuring that future productions prioritized the well-being of cast and crew. Dominique Dunn. Dominique Dunn, a promising actress known for her role in Poltergeist, was brutally murdered by her ex-boyfriend, John Sweeney, in 1982. After a violent confrontation at her home, Sweeney strangled Dunn, leaving her brain dead. Her tragic death shed light on the dangers of domestic violence and sparked conversations about the importance of recognizing abusive relationships. Susan Cabot. Susan Cabot, known for her roles in 1950s westerns, met a tragic end in 1986 at the hands of her own son Timothy. Struggling with the psychological effects of growth-boosting medications, Timothy fatally beat his mother in a shocking act of violence. Her death highlighted the devastating impact of untreated mental health issues, reminding us of the importance of awareness and intervention. Rebecca Schaeffer. Rebecca Schaeffer, a rising actress known for her role in My Sister Sam, was murdered in her Los Angeles apartment by an obsessed fan, Robert John Bardo. Bardo had obtained her address through a detective agency, exploiting public records. Schaeffer's death led to significant legal reforms, including California's first anti-stalking laws, which set a nationwide precedent to better protect victims of stalking. Judith Barcy. Judith Barcy, a talented child actress known for her voice roles in The Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven, was tragically murdered by her father in 1988. Her life was marred by years of abuse from her alcoholic father, who eventually killed her and her mother before taking his own life. Barcy's death highlighted the dire consequences of unchecked domestic abuse, raising awareness about the need for intervention and support. Sal Mineo. Sal Mineo, best known for his role in Rebel Without a Cause, was stabbed to death outside his apartment in Los Angeles. The actor, who had overcome a tough upbringing to become a celebrated figure in Hollywood, was killed after a play rehearsal. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, leaving a lasting void in the lives of his fans and colleagues. Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman, known for his versatility and comedic genius, met a tragic end when he was murdered by his wife, Bryn Hartman, in 1998. The shocking act of violence occurred in their home, leaving Hollywood and fans devastated. Hartman's death sparked conversations about mental health and domestic violence, reminding the world of the fragility of life behind fame. Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy charmed audiences with her roles in Clueless and 8 Mile. However, her life came to an abrupt end when she passed away at just 32 years old from drug-related heart failure while battling pneumonia. Her death shocked Hollywood, and just 6 months later, her husband Simon Monjack also died under similar circumstances. Murphy's passing highlighted the pressures faced by those in the entertainment industry and the toll it can take on health. Dorothy Stratton. Dorothy Stratton, a Playboy playmate and rising actress, was brutally murdered by her estranged husband, Paul Snider, in 1980. After Stratton left him for another man, Snider shot her before taking his own life. Her tragic story was later adapted into the film Star 80, reminding the world of the dangers of possessive and violent relationships. Bob Saget. Beloved Full House star Bob Saget was found unresponsive in his Florida hotel room in 2022, and he was later pronounced dead at the age of 65. Authorities determined his death was caused by head trauma from an accidental fall. Saget's passing shocked fans and colleagues alike, who remembered him for his warm and generous spirit both on and off screen. Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta, best known for his iconic role as Henry Hill in Goodfellas, passed away in his sleep at the age of 67 while filming Dangerous Waters in the Dominican Republic. Liotta's sudden death stunned Hollywood, and his legacy as a versatile actor in both film and television continues to be celebrated. Willie Garson. Willie Garson, cherished for his role as Stanford Blatch in Sex and the City, passed away at 57 after battling pancreatic cancer. His death came as a shock to many of his fans and co-stars, who remembered him for his humor and kindness. Garson's passing occurred during the filming of the Sex and the City revival, and just like that, leaving a lasting void on the set and in the hearts of those who worked with him. Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry, beloved for his role as Chandler Bing in Friends, passed away at the age of 54 in October 2023. Perry was found drowned in a jacuzzi at his Los Angeles home, a sudden and shocking end to a life that had seen both highs of fame and lows of addiction. Despite his personal struggles, Perry's career and advocacy for recovery left an indelible mark on Hollywood. Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, who portrayed King T'Challa in Black Panther, passed away in 2020 after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. His illness was kept private, and he continued to work on numerous films while undergoing treatment. His death at the age of 43 left fans and colleagues in mourning, with his powerful performances and dignity serving as a lasting testament to his talent and character. Norm MacDonald. Norm McDonald, the Saturday Night Live legend, passed away in 2021 at the age of 61 after a nearly decade-long battle with cancer. McDonald kept his illness private, choosing to continue working and making audiences laugh throughout his treatment. His unique comedic style, wit, and authenticity left an enduring legacy that fans and comedians alike continue to celebrate. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate Hollywood bombshell, died from a drug overdose in 1962 at just 36 years old. Although her death was ruled a suicide, whispers of foul play have persisted for decades, adding to her enigmatic legacy. Monroe's life was plagued by addiction, tumultuous relationships, and struggles with her mental health. Despite these challenges, she remains one of the most iconic figures in film history. Carl Alfalfa Switzer. Carl Switzer, beloved for his role as Alfalfa in The Little Rascals, struggled to transition into adulthood after his early fame. After facing financial difficulties and limited career opportunities, Switzer took on odd jobs to make a living. His life came to a tragic end when he was shot during a dispute over money. Switzer's sudden death at the age of 31 was a harsh reminder of the challenges many child stars face when their fame fades. Frances Farmer, August 1, 1970. Frances Farmer, known for her roles in films like Come and Get It and Flowing Gold, faced a tragic downfall due to struggles with mental illness and addiction. In 1942, she was committed to a mental institution where she endured horrific abuse. Despite attempts to revive her career after her release, Farmer never fully recovered from the damage inflicted during her institutionalization. She passed away from esophageal cancer in 1970 at the age of 57, leaving behind a story that highlighted the mistreatment of mental health patients and the pressures of Hollywood. Paul Walker. Paul Walker, famed for his role in the Fast and the Furious series, tragically died in a car accident in 2013. He was a passenger in a Porsche that crashed and caught fire, killing both Walker and the driver, Roger Rodas. Walker's sudden death at the age of 40 stunned fans worldwide, and his legacy continues through his films and philanthropic work. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, a martial arts legend and Hollywood star, died unexpectedly at the age of 32 while discussing his next film, Game of Death. Lee collapsed at the apartment of actress Betty Ting Pei in Hong Kong and was later found to have suffered severe brain swelling. His sudden death sparked numerous conspiracy theories, ranging from foul play to a family curse. Despite his untimely passing, Lee's legacy as an iconic martial artist and actor continues to influence generations of fans and practitioners. Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood's mysterious death has haunted Hollywood for decades. The star of Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story drowned under suspicious circumstances during a boating trip with her husband, Robert Wagner, and actor Christopher Walken. Despite official reports calling it an accidental drowning, renewed investigations in recent years have pointed to possible foul play. Wood's death remains one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield, often seen as Marilyn Monroe's rival, was known for her roles in The Girl Can't Help It and Promises. On June 29, 1967, Mansfield was killed in a horrific car accident on her way to New Orleans. While rumors of decapitation circulated, the actual cause of death was a crushed skull. The tragedy shocked fans, as her life ended at the height of her fame. Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge, the first African-American woman to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress, tragically died at 42 from an accidental overdose of antidepressants. Despite her talent and trailblazing career, Dandridge faced numerous personal struggles, including financial hardship and failed marriages. Her untimely death highlighted the discrimination and challenges faced by African-American actresses in Hollywood during that era. These tragic stories of Hollywood stars serve as a reminder of the fragility of life, even for the most celebrated individuals. Behind the fame and glamour, these stars face the same vulnerabilities and dangers that affect us all. Each of these lives, though cut short, left an indelible mark on Hollywood and popular culture.